Watermelon here. All kinds of veggies. Oh yeah. All kinds of goodies. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy day today. Let's see what's going on in here. Holy cow, look at this refrigerator. Got a good deal on these today. Basically, got four steaks. Four steaks for $17. I can only eat half of that. One piece. Too many meals. I hate that light. I'm not a big fan of those lights. I'm not a big fan of overhead lights. I got it shaded up and dark in here. I'm in Florida. Makes it a lot cooler. It's about 105 degrees. The laundry room is about 77, 78 degrees in here. But then when you get out here, it's like almost 100 degrees. Almost 100 degrees out here right now. In the garage. I partially insulated the ceiling. I might go ahead and insulate the rest of it. Insulate the door. But I need some shade out front. I'm trying to sell the house at the same time. Shout out to EXP Alliance Group agents out of Orlando. Yeah. My realtor from EXP Alliance Group out of Orlando. Yeah. What am I going to say? What can I say? One thing about Ray Caldera, realtor from EXP Alliance Group, luxury living with Marie Caldera. She needs a change. She's very narcissistic. She thinks she's completely perfect and in the right, but she screwed over a 100% disabled combat veteran, and that's not cool. Not cool at all. And she tried to ruin my life. She cost me $25,000, and she really went out of her way to try to screw me over. That's why I'm warning people to stay away from EXP Alliance Group agents out of Orlando. They're all from Venezuela, most of them. They can't speak English. My realtor, Marie Caldera, she doesn't use her husband's last name, which is Britius, and she has two different Instagram accounts. I call her the liar and scammer. Yeah, because she really made my life difficult. Yeah, and now she's going to pay for that. Eventually, there will be a lawsuit, and others are going to follow my suit and not want to do any business with EXP Alliance Group agents out of Orlando. They made their money. They had their little 3 to 4 year careers where they made their instant success. But now, EXP Alliance Group agents out of Orlando, when you ruin a disabled veteran, you go out of your way to ruin a disabled veteran, and then you think you don't need to change up or do anything different, you're wrong. That's narcissistic. Take the high road. Not good. You continually make misleading videos on YouTube. You don't do full disclosure. You don't give people the addresses. You don't give people the listing agent's name. You don't give people the builder's name. You try to keep it all to yourself when it's all easily available on Zillow, but not available through you. Remax and Berkshire Hathaway and other realtors do full disclosure, unlike all the EXP Alliance Group agents out of Orlando. Because they're from Central and South America, they think they can get away with it. They don't have to answer to anybody. And more than likely they don't. But the public, the buyers, can decide for themselves what they want and what they don't want. God bless America. I'm a disabled veteran, and thank goodness for freedom of speech. I get to call out EXP Alliance Group agents out of Orlando. I get to call out Murray, Ariana, Marilyn Caldera, Britzius, aliases of all different names. Scammer. You're making YouTube videos and they're all scams. They're all lies, misleading. And you put yourself first instead of showing people the property, unlike Remax and Berkshire Hathaway. So all Memorial Weekend, I ask all veterans and all people that have military families and friends that are in the military, please, God bless America, do not use an EXP Alliance Group agent out of Orlando. Go with Caldwell Banker, Remax, Berkshire Hathaway, and many, many others. Do not get scammed by a Central and South American Venezuelan realtor from EXP Alliance Group. They're very narcissistic. They need to change. Major changes need to happen for EXP Alliance Group at 401 South Roslyn Avenue and up in Jacksonville. They've got 2 locations. The broker, she needs to get her act together. Yeah. You guys just look them up. EXP Alliance Group out of Orlando and Jacksonville. You don't need them in your life, believe me. And all their videos on YouTube, report them to YouTube. They're all misleading. They're not the listing agent. The homes are already sold. Okay? The price is usually lower than what they say. They don't give the address. They do a lot of crazy things. It's not good for realtors. It's not good for sellers. It's not good for buyers, especially new buyers, especially for veterans that are buying at home. Not good. You know, veterans, they trust people, professionals like EXP Alliance Group agents out of Orlando, and they turn out not to be professional, and they lie, and they don't give you full disclosure. You shouldn't walk into a brand new house that's trashed. That's what Caldera did. Britzius. Ariana. I'm not sure what her last name is. She's got 3 last names. Ariana, Caldera, Britzius, and 3 first names. Murray, Margie, and Marilyn. Murray, Margie, Marilyn, first names. Ariana, Caldera, Britzius for last names. Wow, it's pretty messed up. ABC, Ariana, Britzius, Caldera, whatever. That's 3 right there for last names, and then 3 different first names. That's like 6 different aliases when you mix them all up or more. When you got 3 different first names and 3 different last names, you can come up with a lot of different names on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. That's just not appropriate. And it tricks people in the real estate community. But changes are coming. New rules are going to be coming for 2026 as it applies to YouTube and Instagram. It's coming. Legislation's coming, and especially in Florida. The Board of Realtors are going to make changes. The state of Florida, the governor, they're going to crack down on this. And they're going to make the realtors do full disclosure and admit that they're not the listing agent and give the listing agent's name. They're going to do it. You have to. All material that you produce as a realtor has to be perfect. It has to be full disclosure. You can't withhold information. It's against the law and ethics and conduct and codes and everything else. You decide for yourself, folks, if I'm right or wrong. And if I'm wrong, oh well. I was exposed to it. It cost me $25K. And I reported my realtor in the state of Florida. It did no good. They don't care. Hopefully we'll get some rain. I've been purposely watering my lawn It looks like crap. But I'm trying to make it the best as possible. I'm gonna let it grow and grow and grow and grow before I cut it. I'm trying to make it healthy. It's very difficult in this area of Florida. I use dirt, topsoil, and then these moles. They dig up underneath the sand and they just come out of nowhere. You can't get rid of these moles. You can't get rid of these animals that live underneath the ground and dig holes in your yard. You just can't get rid of them. It's impossible here. I had the professional termite inspector over here, and he even said it's very difficult. He said I just stick a water hose down in the hole and it goes forever. You get a mole, whatever they're called. Man, they can dig forever. They can mess up your foundation. They can do a lot of damage. Be careful. Yep.
Dirt roads in all directions. Oh, here comes a car. I'm gonna try to walk up this way. See if I can show you guys the properties here. See if I can see it up there. There's somebody coming there. They came down that way. Got animal tracks out here too. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, got coyotes and shit out here at night. I can see that. Yeah. Unless somebody was walking their dog, this could be, but these are pretty good sized prints. I don't never see anybody walking their dog by here. Dark clouds over there. That house has been empty for a year. It's still for sale. Terrible location. It's on. I tried to buy this empty lot when it was all like that. They took down all these trees. Trees like that. They should have left a tree line. They should have painted the house white like mine instead of brown. And the entire house has carpeting all the way through. And it has dark cabinets. And it's not going to sell before mine. But they did not. They cut down too many trees here. They should have left this whole tree line and out there too. It's a shame. These people didn't care. And I've been sitting in this house for longer than a year. I can tell you that for a fact. Completely empty. That AC runs on and off. They're paying taxes on it. I haven't seen anybody take a look at that house either. $339,000. It's just in a bad location. In this grid of properties, even though this is nice and quiet. You know, my house is right here, for instance, and their backyard's going to be there, and that house in the there's already a house there. You have no privacy, and you have people cruising down that road way too fast. It's 20-mile-an-hour speed limit, but people are generally doing 40, 50, 60 miles an hour. It's pretty sad. Yeah. Yeah. Just the way it is. Yeah, I got a white house. I put a lot of work into this thing, even though it was brand new. I had to repaint it. A lot of work. A lot of work here. A lot of work here. A lot of work. You're never done. There's always something you can do. You could always throw. You could take a brand that cost, I'm going to say, just the average prices around here for a brand new house are going, right here in my area, a brand new house, the average price is, I'm going to say about $380,000. $350 to $380 is the average price for a brand new house in my area. There's a couple going for $339. There's a couple going for $359. There's a bunch of them going for $370, and then they go up from there. So there's only like 3 houses going for less. There's a handful of houses going for less than $300. But then after that, the starting price for a new home with an acre of land is about $330 to $340, minimal. And then generally though,
a slew of houses are going for 370, just like mine. Identical house, same situation for 370. And then from there they go up to 389, 400, 500, $1 million in this neighborhood. So I know the grid, I know the inventory, and this area is not even, I want to say it's about 30% built. There's still a lot of lots available. There's still a lot more new homes going to be built here in this area, unfortunately. They've overbuilt this area in Central Florida, in Ocala. It's hard to sell a new home. It's hard to sell a used home. It's a buyer's market for sure. However, the interest rates are too high, so it's kind of a double-edged sword for everybody right now. That's why interest rates need to be cut in half. President Trump, please. You've been doing a lot of things, but nothing for the American people. Honestly, tariffs, border patrol, arresting people, all that stuff. It's just a major distraction. Investigations, this and that and the other thing. If you were to cut interest rates in half for the American people and focus on cutting fuel prices in half for the American people, then you can go ahead and put tariffs on everybody. You can mess around with Putin and Zelensky. You can mess around in immigration and border patrol. You can get rid of half of what President Biden did and what the Democrats did in the last 4 years. I don't care. It's all a distraction. You're not doing anything for anybody. You want to help 100 million people right now, President Trump, in America. If you want to help 1/3 of the population, you want to help, honestly, you want to help more than half of the United States. Cut interest rates in half for home buying from 6% to 3%, or make them 2 point. I've said for homeowners, home buying should be 2.9% interest rates. You want to buy a home, 2%. It's perfect for everybody. Cut fuel prices in half, make it around $2 a gallon. So we'll make interest rates for home buying 2.9%. Federal interest rates drop them down below 3%, 2.9%. And let's make gasoline $2 a gallon. God bless America. Happy Memorial Day. Think about it. 2.9% would be the federal interest rate instead of 6%. Fuel prices, $2 a gallon. That'd be great. Instead of $3 a gallon or more. Come on, man. Wake up. Let's go. Let's do this thing. I'm not running for president, okay? I'm not running for president. I'm too much of an a-hole to be president. Although I could do some things, but I'm not going to. I'm staying out of politics. Although I just gave my political opinion, didn't I? It's not a political opinion. I'm just giving ideas to help improve the American government and the American population. I'm trying to help the real estate industry. I'm trying to help the economy. It's not about politics. I want the federal interest rates cut down to 2.9%, and I want gasoline at $2 a gallon. God bless America. All right? Another thing we need to do, we need to cut spending. We need to cut spending at the local level. In other words, if you own a house in a certain county, your property taxes need to go down, not up. The people at the county, they need to do a better job, spend less. It seems like every day I see a county employee driving a brand new vehicle. Every county employee that I see has a brand new vehicle. What the heck's up with that? They got brand new everything, and we're paying for that. It's a waste. And it gets worse, not better. They're not going to lower anything. Unless El Presidente wants to. El Presidente Trump, no más. No más, por favor. No dinero. Ay, ay, ay. Presidente Trump. No más, por favor. No dinero. Casa. Problema. Ay, ay, ay. Gracias. Por favor. Hola, ¿cómo está? Give me a break, man. I'm going broke. No taxation without representation. Oh, in other news, they found, when I lived in Germany in the 80s, I had the opportunity to go to Paris in 1986. One of the things I did, I went to the cemetery where Jim Morrison was born buried from the Doors, and there was a bust there, a marble bust from Jim Morrison there. I was one of the only people in the cemetery, and I thought how easily it would be in 1986 to take that thing. It would have been easy, and sure enough, somebody did a couple of years later. Well, they found that bust today, so go look it up in the news. They found Jim Morrison's bust that was swiped from the cemetery in Paris. It was put there as a 10-year dedication to his death in 1981. I was privileged to go there in 1986, and I have some really unique pictures of that bust. I actually picked it up. I actually looked around, and I thought to myself, I'm the only one here. It would be so easy to do this. It was too easy. I could have taken it. There were a lot of other artifacts of antiquity there, and now things are a little bit different. There was all a bunch of graffiti there. It was a little bit different in 1986 in Paris. It was run down. It was neglected. There was nobody in the cemetery. There's so many cemeteries in Paris. And I went to that one. I spent at least an hour there taking pictures. And I have a lot of pictures of Jim Morrison's grave with the bust. Not in my hands, just pictures of it. And you can see some of the graffiti from 85, 86. It's amazing. It looks totally different now. But yeah, they found the bust. It's back. I don't know what they're going to do with it yet. But it's damaged a little bit. I was taking a look at my pictures today. So happy I got to see it and talk about it. And I knew that it was stolen. At least I speculated it was, because it was gone. The next time I saw pictures of it. They got it back though, but it'll never be like the 80s. Europe in the 80s, never again. It was a great time to be in Europe. I can tell you that right now. The 80s was the best time to be in Europe, no doubt, hands down, and into the 90s. Best time, absolutely. 80s and into the 90s. But then things started to change, just like everywhere else in the last 30 years. Yeah. Just different. A lot of differences now. Cameras everywhere, internet everywhere. Fun used to be legal. A lot easier to do open air concerts. A lot easier to have protests, and a lot easier to have art exhibitions. Just a lot easier to do a lot of things. Build a home. A lot more stuff, less populated. A lot easier to travel around Europe back then. Even though it was a Cold War, it was a good time in Europe in the 80s. And you could still go to Berlin during the Cold War. It was actually better then. Germany was way better before the Berlin Wall went down. Ask anybody. And that goes back to 89.
That's what I'm talking about. Things changed. Yeah, that has nothing to do with me and my age. Things just totally changed. Yeah. Europe now, oh my goodness, it's so dangerous there. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be a female in Europe alone, walking down anywhere anymore. Too many foreigner men living there, huddled up together in apartment buildings, getting free handouts every month, especially in Germany. Yeah, yeah. That goes back to Obama, Merkel. Yeah, they made sure they were gonna push push that stuff into Europe. Let's let's make let's bring all the Muslims from Africa and Asia and elsewhere into Europe. Let's destroy these little villages. Let's destroy the livelihood of the average citizen in Europe. Let's change the quality of life. Let's make it more dangerous. Yeah, crazy stuff going on over there. A lot more stabbings, a lot more vehicles driving into crowds, gang rapes at carnivals and stuff. Men just surround women and get away with it. There's no way to. They beat up. If you're with your girlfriend over there in Europe, you got to be careful. You might get surrounded by like 8 or 9 guys, man. You might you might have to watch your girlfriend get raped over there. It's sad, and the police don't do anything about it. I've seen it firsthand. I'm well aware of what's going on in Europe. So many innocent people are getting hurt over there. But you'll never hear about it unless you look it up. You gotta dig deep. Yeah. Yes, I try to provide full entertainment here in Florida. Shout out to Lincoln Kane from Australia, Perth, Australia. Lincoln Kane, shout out. LC, Perth, Australia. I understand he's going through an issue with the Tito's Vodka Corporation. They're trying to take away his sponsorship for $1 million. He's in negotiation for $2 million. We'll see how that goes. Yes, Lincoln Kane from Perth, Australia. We'll see. He's known around the YouTube community. Is in negotiation with Tito's Vodka from Austin, Texas. He demands $2 million, not $1 million, for the confidentiality, contract exclusive rights to his videos and promotion of Tito's throughout Australia, not only Australia, but throughout the world. We'll see how it goes. In his next live stream, I'm sure he'll engage in some of the limited liability conversation that he's allowed to discuss under the rules that his banister has established for him in the realm of things. It's acceptable. It can be forgiven. But we must know, inquiry minds want to know, there's drama involved. Is he or is he not under contract with Tito's Vodka from Austin, Texas, or not? Last year he was a rookie, okay? He could only make $500,000, but this year he's won the Super Bowl. He's due much more. Much more. Otherwise, he's going to get traded to Smirnoffs. We don't want that. I'm sure Shawnee would like that. But LC, he needs to play for the best team. Tito's Vodka, Austin, Texas. Come on, man. I mean, I'm just saying. Listen to me. Listen to me. I'm just saying, okay? By the way, all you other blokes, you go away, you know? Take that New Zealand crap somewhere else. We don't go there. You know, we don't go for that. We're here now to tell you don't go for that crapper. Take it somewhere else, a little shammy boy. We don't need it. A little sheep herded you. Let's go, LC. You tell him. Sometimes change doesn't come from yourself. It doesn't have to be in a relationship. It doesn't have to be with you deciding to do something in business or in real estate or in job selection. Change can be automatic and permanent, whether you like it or not. Sometimes change can happen when unique, unforeseeable circumstances happen to you personally that create unique negative experiences. They don't have to all be unique, but usually it's unique negative experiences that cause you to change dramatically and cause you to humble down and reflect on your life that was going in one direction and now is being totally upended and brought into another direction that at the moment seems like a downward spiral, but at the same time you have to admit to yourself that you were going in the wrong direction to begin with, that you needed this change, you needed this humble down. And that can happen to anyone. It's not karma, it's not good luck, it's not bad luck. It's just called normal, unique, negative and positive circumstances that cause you to react one way or another. And when there are unique negative circumstances that cause you to have to quit your job, your career, you no longer are posting videos on YouTube and Instagram because your life has been changed dramatically due for some sort of negative event in your life. It could be anything could happen. Usually it's health related or something else. You may even get fired from your job. You might be facing a lawsuit. You just don't know. The change happens whether you like it or not. And sometimes you can do things to try to create change and nothing happens at all. And sometimes when you do nothing at all, change is created for you whether you like it or not. So change is a very, very wide, definitive, it's widespread. You just can't define it. Change can happen in so many different ways. You just can't accuse people from a narcissistic perch or armchair quarterback, as we say, and tell others that they need to change. They're not doing anything other than not changing because they haven't done this or done that. Sometimes change isn't possible at the moment, and sometimes change can be, even though it seems like a positive change, it can be a unique negative change to begin with in the end. You know? Especially when it comes to real estate. Oh, I need a change. I need to stop renting. I need to start saving my money and put a down payment down and buy a home. Well, that sounds all groovy. But if you lose your job and you can't make those payments, you have to foreclose, then you wish you wouldn't have it done to begin with. Or if something else happens, you know? You're stuck with a 30-year mortgage and you can't make your payments anymore, you know? Or worse, unique negative things happen to the brand new house that you bought and you have to put too much money into it that you can't put into it. Air conditioners break, you know, or window breaks. The roof starts leaking. You got termites, insects, all kinds of unique negative experiences happen at your house. Cracked in the stucco, you know, all kinds of stuff. Upkeep, plumbing leaks. Because after that warranty, boy, you're on your own. Usually a warranty is worthless anyways. It is, it really is. Look at this. I can't see it. I guess it's impossible to see. Oh no, it's not. There's a shadow. A shadow. The shadow knows. The shadow. The shadow. Hey. Hey, what are you guys doing? Oh, I'm just so sad today. I don't know. My girlfriend broke up with me, you know? I'm gonna look for a new girlfriend. Yeah, I'm gonna look for a new girlfriend on YouTube. Somebody that's more like me. Yeah. You know, it's just tough out here these days. You know what I mean? I mean, I only get to be seen at some certain point in the night, you know? It just depends on the shadow, what's going on around here. But yeah, you can see the skyline out there. What a beautiful night we're having, huh? Oh, jeez, what a beautiful night. Oh, jeez. Oh, it's just a terrible situation now. I don't know if you heard or not. Well, I don't know. I don't want to talk about it, but yeah. Yeah, they're cracking down on handymen these days, you know. It's getting harder and harder to do under the table work. Yeah. But yeah. Oh well. Yeah. They're cutting into my bottom line. The government is anyways, but I'll be alright. Yeah, yeah. Looks like a bird too. Anyways. That solar light is so cool. I've had it for a long time. They last forever. I bought a bunch of them and then can't find them anymore right now. Just a string of LED lights on a solar block. Thing lasts all night. No problemo, amigo. A lot of these lights will last all night long. Yeah. I used to have a bunch more. They re-up. You get a bunch more.